streaming everywhere. Oh my God, Josh. I wish that we could sit together, but I couldn't get tickets. Like they were all like, and it doesn't even seem like anyone's here. So I don't know what the problem was.
Yeah, you know what? I talked to my guy and he did the best he could.
It's, I mean, it's fine, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I have to crane my neck a bit to see
Mm-hmm.
you back there.
It's fine. I can hear you, so it's all right.
Oh, okay, good, 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 good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it so wait, can you tell like from where you're sitting,
Mm-hmm.
do I look like I need a haircut or like is it in a good place?
It looks like you need a haircut in like a week, is what it looks
Okay.
like.
All right, well then that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, we're good. Let's go. Let's clap it in, Josh.
Woo! This is so exciting. On fire tonight.
Ooh.
We're on fire tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are about to talk serious business. Black Summer season 1, episode 8. If you haven't seen it already,
Go watch it.
go watch it because we're gonna like talk about the episode and spoil anything that you would have like that you'd be concerned about. All right. We warned you. I'm Josh.
I'm Tressa.
How you doing, Tressa?
I'm doing A-okay. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. You know what? Like, I don't know when the last time I had a proper night's sleep was, but yeah, what do I know?
Nothing.
When I was a kid, I lived on like no sleep, like
What?
at
How old are
all.
you talking about when you say kid?
From approximately age 0 to like mid to late 20s.
So
I
in the entirety of your childhood.
Yeah, like for most of my life, I never had a proper night's sleep ever. I
I'm
was a complete
sorry.
insomniac.
Mm-hmm.
I would lay awake until like the sun would just start to like break.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I could relax and go to sleep for like half an
5
hour
minutes.
before the
Mm-hmm.
alarm went off. And then I had
Yeah.
to like get up and go to school.
Did you have a TV in your room when you were a kid?
Eventually I did. Um, I don't I don't know if that I don't I think like my problems with sleep predated having a television in my room. If you were about to diagnose that as the issue.
Yeah. No. Because I was the same way. And when I did get a TV in my room, it was like the best thing ever because I wasn't just laying there bored.
Totally, totally. Yeah, I mean prior to that, I would just tell myself stories. Like literally I would tell myself stories all night long.
Were you making them up or were there stories that you already knew and you were like spoiling them for yourself? How does that
So,
work?
well, basically, I was telling, okay, so I was making up original stories that were very much based on stuff that I was like already a fan of. So I was like sort of rewriting my own fan fiction versions of like cartoons and movies that I loved.
And when you got older, it was like fanfic of um, the Misfits and their travels together. That's what I like to imagine. Just say
Wait,
yes.
wait, yes, yep,
Thank
yep,
you.
yep,
Thank you.
totally.
Neat.
Um, yeah. What about you? Like what would you do before you had a TV?
I don't know. I
I
would
mean, would you read books? Would you listen to a radio?
I would lay awake and just be not happy that I was awake. I don't remember ever like trying to entertain myself, just like, God, I really wish I was asleep. That's pretty much it. I remember, yeah, never mind. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So you wished for sleep. I think that I actively feared sleep.
Oh,
And I'm not like I think that as much as I wanted sleep, I also did not want it. I was like really super resistant.
I'm sure that was part of it too. But after
Right.
a while, I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah. At a certain point, you just hit complete saturation. You're like, I need to just go to sleep now. Someone.
Knock me out, please. Josh,
Press.
we watched the last episode of the first season of Black Summer today.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
It is. I enjoyed it. Yep. Hmm.
Do you like it's very much shot like that first 45 minutes of Saving Private Ryan where they're storming the beach at Normandy and everything's chaos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And it's so ridiculous that you're right. Yes. Hmm.
Because it's like, you know, bullets are flying, zombies are zombieing.
Chaos everywhere, guns everywhere, people dying right next to you. And if you don't move immediately, you will die too. It was intense.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so we open on survivors and
Yes.
we've got like our Scooby gang plus everybody else who's like inching their way, like literally just tiptoeing.
Yes. It was so good because you like at first it's just concentrating on the regulars, and then you look to the side and there's so many people making their way to the stadium, and they've all got guns. Everyone's armed to the teeth. Everyone knows exactly what they're doing. They just got to get to the stadium.
But
And it's
there's no like
slow.
there's no frantic energy.
Mm-mm.
They're tiptoeing. Everyone is like acting like they're in a minefield.
Yes. Yes. And then every once in a while, a zombie would jump into the scene and just it would get eliminated immediately because everyone had guns.
Right. And so like everyone's got like automatic weapons. They're firing tons of bullets. You know, previously it was like we got to ration our bullets, make them count.
Right.
Now,
We're so close to the stadium. There's got to be like so many bullets for us there. It's fine. Just get rid of them.
so yeah, zombies pop up. Everyone from all directions fire on the zombies. And at first, that works out okay and just zombies get killed. But as you might expect, when people are not really in a formation of any kind, they're just like all over the place and they aim guns at a zombie, there's a lot of friendly fire.
Well, especially when a zombie jumps somebody with an automatic weapon from the back and they just fire willy nilly into everything. And that's how we lose Carmen.
Yeah, Carmen gets. Wait, is that how? So, okay, so somebody with a gun gets zombie attacked. That person's stray bullet
They
is
fire
what
off
hits
like
her.
six stray
Got
bullets
it.
into the crowd, and you're like, the camera pans to the crowd, and you're like, oh, everyone looks fine. It's fine. They take care of the zombie. Camera, Carmen looks at everyone. She's like, I don't feel right. She's dead.
Yeah, she has a nice she pukes blood. We see her again later, all crazy zombie action. Um,
So it was so sad. She just wanted like a snack and nobody would let her. She went to like 20 different people, and then before she got there, a different zombie would get that person. She's like, fine, and go to the next one. She could not get a break until she did.
yeah, being a zombie is real. It's hungry work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then we go downtown and it's Sun and Spears. They've been split up now because there's chaos everywhere.
Right. Like it's very difficult to stay with your group because literally everyone's just running in every direction. People are shoving like the living are shoving each other as they like
Mm-hmm.
cross each other's path, and
It's just not good.
there's no etiquette.
None. It's like the fucking apocalypse. It's you don't know who's who. Like the only way you can tell who's alive and who's dead is that the people that are alive usually have guns, but that's sometimes the zombies just turned and they have guns. So you don't know. It's chaos. So it's just chaos for a while.
So yeah, so we're downtown. That's like a chapter heading.
Mm-hmm. And it's just chaos. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all it is. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, and then we go to Fall is the next one. And it's the same
Right.
thing, but it's with William and Rose. And oh, I'm sorry, the last one ended with a huge explosion and everyone's ears were ringing and they couldn't hear well.
Right. So we see that explosion from a couple different vantage points in different chapters, and it's like a concussive blast that knocks you to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You hear like a low thud, and then there's smoke in the air. And like the camera always focuses on the living person who's knocked down. And I guess the zombies have been at least as knocked down as the living, because we don't see them continue their attack.
Yeah, the living seem to be able to get away a little bit easier because they're also dazed.
But they're fucked up.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess the zombies were affected, but they didn't really concentrate on that. They were just like, get out.
Right.
And the next one is Fall, and that's William and Rose, and it's the same scene, but in a different location. And William is not doing well. He can barely stand. He cannot walk. It sucks. It sucks
He's been
ass.
limping badly since the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's been struggling.
And then there's an explosion. And then it
And
goes to Lance.
fucking Lance.
And also Carmen, but
Right. So Lance is running and he bumps into another living guy, and
drops his gun.
yeah, and the two of them both go for the gun at the same time. The other guy gets it and points it at him, and he's like, "Whoa, don't shoot." And then the guy just drops like a sack of potatoes immediately before a zombie gets him.
Oh, I
So
didn't
it's,
catch that.
yeah, it was crazy. It was like the guy had been just living on adrenaline, and maybe he saw, like, it was like he passed out immediately before the zombie that was going to get him got him.
He's like, his brain is like, we're done here.
Pretty much like, I'm out of here. I don't know about you.
Yeah, like Doug on the state. So then, thank you.
Exactly like Doug on the state.
Explosion, same thing, dazed, walking off. Then we get to the killing.
Well, but wait, hold on a second.
Well,
Like
what?
Lance is
Mhm.
running furiously, and there are a lot of zombies behind him.
Yeah.
An explosion goes off. He's
Mhm.
knocked down. He gets back up. He's running, and there's still a lot of zombies behind him. And I think that's the last we see of him.
Yeah, he like starts to walk slowly to the stadium, and then he's like, oh yeah, this is what's happening.
Right. He's completely dazed, but then like he has to book it because there's
Right.
like 20 fucking dead people that want to eat him. And
Right.
I think he's going under an overpass that may or may not lead
Oh, right.
towards
And it was
him.
hard to even tell what was happening. Like, if those were zombies, they were newly dead zombies because they were very clean.
he was definitely running for his life.
He was
And then
before that scene, yes.
we cut. So I don't know. Is he dead? It didn't look good
Fingers
for him.
crossed. Fuck Lance.
Well, let me just say this.
Mhm.
If Lance is still wearing the same sneakers that we last saw him in,
Mhm.
and
Mm.
he's able to outrun that pack of zombies,
Come
like,
on.
he deserves every accolade, because those are terrible sneakers. Those
The
are like,
worst.
they're not good
They're
for the
slippers.
purposes. Right. They're
Mm-mm.
Vans or Chuck Taylors, or like, they have no structure to them.
No, no,
He might
no.
look like uh, a chill hipster.
Right, which is what that called for. That's what exactly
Right.
what he needed in that moment.
Yeah. So I don't know if we ever get to see Lance again after this episode, but
I don't
yeah.
either. I don't remember.
Well, I don't know. So then what happens?
Now it's the killing
Oh my
title
God.
card.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're
yeah.
in the stadium and they're going through some crazy walkway where they got barricades up
Right.
intermittently.
Alternating barricades. So it's
Yes.
like a crowd control thing that's just
Hmm.
built into the stadium so that you don't have
A
like a
rush.
stampede or crush
Right.
of some kind.
It was very smart.
Yeah, we
But
see Spears fighting with another guy in fatigues who's a zombie, and he kills him like after some epic struggle.
yeah,
Rose and William connect with him and Son,
yep.
and they're making their way through those barricades, fighting every inch of the way.
Ooh, it is rough. Every second of that was rough.
Son and Spears have been like an amazing duo,
Hmm.
like tactically throughout this.
Yeah,
Rose has got like, she's got a gun in like the back of her waist as well as what she's holding, and she might have six or seven others on her, and she's carrying William, who can like
right.
barely walk.
But now she has help from Son and Spears to carry him. And he's not even trying anymore. He's like just dragging. He's just
Yeah,
letting people drag him.
yeah, he's got one arm around each of them.
They're getting closer. Rose turns around and she's like, she shoots William in the head.
So what we're dealing with here is the hard choice.
Do you kill
This is
one or do you just deal with him and you all die?
they're they're getting closed in on by the zombie horde. They are almost to a gate that they can close behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the diner, there was that guy who was like, look, not all of us can make it. We got to throw the weak one away. And Rose made the hard decision.
I feel like maybe he asked for it at some point because he knew he wasn't going to survive.
I think you're rationalizing here.
Maybe.
I think that he very much wanted to survive. I think that he was doing his best, and I think that his best was going to get the rest of them killed if they stuck together. Or so Rose at least believed.
Right. But he's not going to be pissed. He's looking down from heaven like, you.
Yeah, in heaven, he's back working on an electrical power line, like before the apocalypse. He's got a hard hat on.
Yep. Doing the Lord's work, literally.
So that just
Seriously.
happens, and the three survivors, Spears, Son, and Rose, make it through the gate. Son jams her shotgun
Yep.
to like close the gate so that like the two gate doors are now locked closed with it.
I can't tell you how happy I am that they closed and somewhat barricaded or locked or whatever that gate, because I feel like that has been bad decision 101 with a lot of these. And even in this show, at least close the gate. If you can, lock it. And they did that. I'm so happy for them.
Well, so the whole season has been about get to the stadium.
Yeah, it has.
That's it. That's your mission statement. Get to the stadium. Now they're at the stadium.
Now what?
It's clear that the football game already happened.
Traffic is terrible out there because there's no one in here.
there, there's exactly 0 people, living or dead, inside the stadium.
It should be mentioned when they were running through that thing from the zombies, a good portion of them were military, meaning there's not going to be anything in there. Military got fucked. Everything's fucked now.
So they like walk out on the field in wonderment, like, well, we got here. What the fuck now?
You know what? Lots lots of long scenes in this episode that were
Mhm.
perfect for what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not boring at all, even if the scenes were really long and drawn out. It's just what's next? What's next?
So what's next is opposite from where they came in. Another survivor, a guy, trains a weapon on them simultaneously as Rose points her weapon at him.
They all do.
Right. They all do. We're sort of focused on Rose, but like all 3 of our guys have
Mm-hmm.
weapons up at this other living person. There's a standoff. They lower their guns, and then from behind him,
What, Josh? What?
it's it's a young girl with a handgun. It's
That's
Rose's
weird.
daughter.
Anna? Yes, it's Anna. What?
And
How is
they
she still there? That's crazy.
her mom told her, I'll meet you at the stadium.
You know what? She believed her. She
She
waited.
believed her. She
I gotta give her
waited.
props for that.
She never gave up hope.
She
She did whatever she had to do in the meantime.
she killed so many people.
Yeah. So wait, how old is that kid? Do
I
you
don't
have a clear
know,
sense of that?
13, 14 maybe?
Okay.
I don't know.
Because I feel like at the beginning of the show, I thought she was younger than she appears to be now, and I don't think much time has passed.
I don't think she was that much younger.
Okay.
I didn't feel like she aged at all, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so like 13-ish.
Yeah, 13ish.
Okay.
Junior high for sure.
Okay. All right, cool. And so now she's got a body count to rival cancer.
Yep, that's what her jacket said on the back. That's it.
Yeah, so the episode ends as they're running toward each other. We don't see them meet, we don't see them hug. It cuts to black summer title. That's the end of season 1.
And then you hear 2 shots and 2 bodies fall to the ground. And it's actually Anna and Rose that got murdered by that guy that met them. I'm just making all this up. But holy shit. I can't believe that Anna was still there. I mean, come on. No one, what? No. I love that she was there. I'm not complaining at all. A plus.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like I felt like this quiet moment of reunion has to be interrupted by death. It has to be. But it wasn't.
No, no.
I my expectations have been subverted.
Okay. Were you happy with the ending?
Yes. Yes. I also would have been happy if Anna got killed in that moment.
I mean, you've been vying for her death since the first minute. You hate her.
Not at all. No, I love happy endings.
No, you hate them. You talk about them all the time. And how much you hate love stories too.
What?
No, that's me. I'm sorry. That's me. Sorry.
I love happy endings. I think that, like there are no happy endings in the real world. So like, let's have happy endings in fiction.
Tell me about it. Hey, look. Hey, Justin's in the chat and he says he's never watched this show. What an idiot.
I'm sorry. Wait, who
Say hello
says
to
that?
Dustin.
Dustin, what's going on? Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you tuned in. You should check out this show. I think that you'll really like it. Wait, wait, is he saying he's never seen Black Summer or he's never seen Us?
Black Summer. I mean, he watches us every single time, right, Dustin?
Dustin, what's up? Are you one of the super fans? Do you proudly call yourself one of the super fans?
Yeah, because we got really lucky to get that title for our fans because no one really uses it. Super fans. No comment. He left because he's like, fuck you guys. I'm
What the
just kidding.
fuck? This is a Dustin based show and Dustin left?
I'm just kidding. He's still there, probably. No, he says he's a super fan.
Are you just writing Dustin's dialogue now?
No. He said, I didn't leave. I would never. He says there's a chat delay. So it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Dustin, shut up. We're talking. The adults are talking now.
Wow.
Hey. Dustin knows that I love him dearly. And I am high off of caffeine and Adderall, so I can't stop myself from saying things I shouldn't. I apologize.
Or maybe you should. I don't know. Tressa showing her inner dismissive, the true nature.
Inner. I'm always dismissive. What are you saying? Dustin, yes, you exist. It's not just me.
I always believed in you, Dustin.
So Josh, tell me about Boston. Did you go to any games and stadiums like we're sitting in right now?
No, there was no zombie attack
Um,
while I was in the city by the bay, the hub,
mhm, mhm,
Beantown.
mhm.
Do you
The
know
Windy Apple.
the Windy Apple?
Were you gonna say something? Do you have a question?
Do you know who calls Boston Beantown? No one from Boston ever.
What?
It's literally no one has ever that is from there would ever call it that. Bean World, on the other hand.
All the time. I mean, you've got stores called that specifically because of that.
What is
And you
there a
don't sell
store called
beans.
Bean World?
Yeah, they sell everything but beans, though. It's only chili, but no beans.
Well, depending on the region you're from, Chile may or may not have beans.
Right. And chili without beans is wrong, but there you have it.
Is that how they do it where you're from?
With beans, yes. I got into this argument with this guy. It's so stupid. I gotta say it. I love it though. He somebody was asking for chili recipes, and this guy's like, I don't like beans in my chili. So here's my recipe. I get a jar of marinara and put beef in it. I was like, dude, that's not chili. That's a meat sauce. That's not, what are you talking about? No.
Well, I think I might be speaking out of turn, but I feel like in Texas you don't have beans in your chili.
No,
And
I understand that.
it's just like a
That's
regional
fine.
difference.
But using pasta sauce as the base of chili means you're just making meat sauce. There's no chili involved with that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, also like that just sounds gross on 16 levels, but like
Yeah. No,
I
I mean, it's fine if you just want a meat sauce, but that's not fucking chili, dude.
yeah, but I mean if you want a meat sauce, like make a proper bolognese. It's gonna take you a little bit longer and take more effort, but
I don't know what
like
you're talking about. You're like, food. I don't
you
look, if it
start
doesn't
off
come.
you start off with a mirepoix. It's gonna take you about 4 hours to do it right.
I live in America. We speak English here. I don't know what words you're saying, Josh.
I'm talking about my love for food.
Uh, if I can't like get it out of a jar or a box, I'm not having it. I'm not cooking. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, I love to cook. I
I
love to
know.
eat and I love to cook.
I love to eat. Give me garbage food though. Don't make me cook. Ugh.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not I'm not saying that like your tastes are wrong. I think that like whatever you like, that's good. Like you should have what you enjoy and that's wonderful.
But
No, there's no but. Like I
look,
like
I just want to be known as the person who likes garbage food. Just give me this, okay?
okay,
It's my personality now.
your personality is to self-label yourself as the person who likes garbage food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
not there's like is this like a sort of self-protective thing? Like nobody can make fun of me if I call myself the person that likes garbage food?
Yes. Thank you, Josh. You get it.
But like, okay, so what can you explain what garbage food is and what non-garbage food is?
Okay. In my definition,
Mhm.
if you can get it at 7-Eleven, it is garbage food. If it comes prepackaged and there is very little to no preparation on your end, that is garbage food. If you spend more than an hour in the kitchen cooking, that is not garbage food.
I
That's all I'm saying.
I spend a lot of time in the kitchen cooking and I feel very complimented that just the time put in alone might make it not garbage food.
Oh, absolutely. You're doing great work, Josh. I applaud
Aw,
you.
thank you. Thanks. Wait, does that include? So let me ask you, does that include all meals for you? Like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all snacks? Like everything is garbage?
I mean, I'll have an egg. That's fine. That's not garbage. It's fresh food. It's fine.
So just an egg alone.
Maybe a mini bagel. Maybe
Uh-huh.
a mini bagel egg sandwich. That I don't consider that garbage. But I didn't
Okay.
make that bagel. Lord
Okay.
knows how many preservatives are in there.
I don't
I'm
know.
just
There,
saying.
yeah, it might be yoga mat central.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
What is that ingredient that got famous because it's in yoga mats and
Cellulose.
cellulose?
Cellulose, which is in everything. It's like having atoms in your food. Adoy, of course it's in there.
Hmm. Hmm.
See, Dustin would also rather be dead than spend an hour in the kitchen.
Really
We're everywhere,
interesting.
Josh.
What's that?
We're everywhere.
Yeah. Listen, part of the point of civilization is that is specialization, right? Like other people have put time and effort into preparing foods. You don't have to put that same time and effort in yourself, right? Like that saves you all of that time and effort.
I'm employing people, so I'm better than you.
Right, exactly. You're stimulating,
The economy, that's right.
yeah, big
I care
time.
about our country. Thank you.
Um, so like everything that you eat it comes in big gulps.
Yep. Cheeseburgers,
Cheeseburger, big
taquitos.
gulps.
It's rough getting them through that straw, but it's worth it. Delicious. The cheese sauce, hot damn. Come on.
So just getting back to chili with and without beans for a second.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
uh your sort of platonic ideal for chili is both meats and beans in a tomato based reduction,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but you had nothing to do with making it.
I mean, I'll make a chili because I can get all the ingredients out of cans. That's fine. Maybe cook up some ground beef.
Mhm.
Less than 15 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't sound like what you're describing is already like edging away from garbage by your definition and into non-garbage by your definition.
Look, if it needs vegetables, it's coming out of the freezer. I'm not dealing with fresh vegetables. I cannot. I cannot with the chopping. Mm-mm.
Except like uh I don't know exactly what you're describing when you say vegetables from the freezer, but like I get lots of frozen vegetables that are like
Mm-hmm.
they were fresh when they were frozen.
Right. Yes, exactly. Like I also, my favorite thing to get frozen is chopped onion because I hate chopping. So it makes everything so much easier. Doesn't taste as good as fresh, but it's so much easier.
Wait, you buy frozen chopped onion?
Hmm, hmm,
How
hmm.
how is it chopped? Is it like just diced in very small little particles, or
It's
is
like half an inch square each piece.
and these individual onion half inches,
Hmm,
like they
hmm.
don't clump together in their frozen
Sometimes they
packaging?
do, but once they thaw out, it's fine.
That's crazy. I didn't know that such things existed.
I could
But
teach you such things.
I have such delights to show you. Yeah, if I solved the Lamarchand configuration, what would come out of it? It would be
Frozen
like,
chopped onions.
yeah, it would be like big gulp, uh some fucking gross, crazy shit. I mean, not some, like,
Right, garbage. Yeah. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah.
you know what my favorite thing to buy frozen is?
What's that?
Ice cream.
What?
Yeah.
You can get that now in the
Yeah.
freezer section?
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, well, so I used to work at an ice cream place that made really, really great ice cream, and occasionally I am able to go by there and they make great stuff there. Here's a free ad for Tuscanini's in Cambridge, Massachusetts. We're just giving it away today. We're giving it away. Check out Tuscanini's in Central Square and on First Street, Cambridge,
Everybody do that.
Massachusetts. When I'm not so lucky as to be able to go directly to the source, Um,
What's your favorite garbage ice cream?
uh, Ben and Jerry's New York Super Fudge Chunk and Cherry Garcia are a nice pairing.
Oh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And I like to here's what I like to do.
mm-hmm.
I sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon.
Oh,
Yeah. So like you could have a Mexican chocolate which has cinnamon and chili, but I don't like
mm-hmm,
the chili
mm-hmm,
in my sweet stuff.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I do like the cinnamon. And the first
Oh yeah.
time I ever had a Mexican chocolate, it was at Tuscanini's, but it was made the wrong way. And
What
I
do you
was
mean it
like,
was made the wrong way?
I mean, they made it without the chili. They only made it with the cinnamon. And I was like,
Uh,
guys, this is the thing. Nobody cares, just me. But
no, I think everyone says Mexican hot chocolate or whatever, and it's usually just cinnamon chocolate. They leave out the chili. When I see
um,
it like in big places like chains or whatever.
oh, that's interesting. I feel like I usually don't get it when it's offered because I assume that it will be spicy. And I like
Maybe you're
spicy
right.
food. I just don't like spicy chocolate.
Right. Sure. Makes perfect sense.
This has got to be super fascinating for
I
all
know.
super
You know what?
fans.
You know what's awesome though?
Uh,
Cincinnati chili has cinnamon in it. Delightful.
oh, right.
No, I don't think it has beans though.
Is that, well, hold on a second. I feel like there's, and maybe it's Cincinnati, there's a chili that is served with like a cinnamon bun.
Yes, I heard about that, and somebody was pinning that on either, and I think Chicago, and all of the entirety of Chicago was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? No one does that."
Oh, hey, speaking of Chicago, the guy from The Bear rode by me on a bike today. Have you watched that show?
I have not. And when you said the Bear, I thought that you meant a football player from the team, the Bears, and I was confused.
No, okay, so it doesn't matter, but there's a
Yeah,
show called The Bear that takes place at a hot beef restaurant in Chicago.
I'm
Chicago
familiar,
style Italian beef.
but somehow way fancier for a little hole in the wall stand. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it's also like it's supposed to be the thing, but just a really good one.
Right. I haven't watched it. I'm talking out of my ass. I don't
It's
know.
it's bananas that I just assume that you've seen it and are familiar with it. As soon as I saw it, I called your and my shared friend Brian, and I was like, oh my God. Like I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I was like so excited. I was like, I've got a home run. And he's like, oh, I tried to watch that. It was just like a bunch of people shouting about food, and I turned it off.
That's so funny because I was watching Boston Legal and I like called you immediately. I was like, Josh, you are not gonna believe the show I'm watching.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it now. I get it. Yeah, I've never seen Boston Legal. I get it.
Fine, sorry.
But I have
Mhm.
seen Cheers.
Right. And the first time I ever saw Cheers when I was like 8 or something, I called you immediately. And I was like, I don't know who you are yet, but you gotta see this show.
Sometimes you want to go.
Yeah.
Where
Maybe we should
everybody knows your name.
that was a really quick episode to talk about because a lot happened, but not like it was just very intense, but it
Totally.
was just the same thing, but not in a bad way. Like it's so hard to describe this episode without making it sound boring.
No, it was a really exciting episode, like start to finish, is filled with action. It
Yes.
was chaotic, but you could follow what was happening.
Yes.
Um,
I'm just trying
it
to get
it,
us
it
back on
also might
track,
have been
but
it might have been shorter than other episodes.
It wasn't. Every
No?
episode of that show seemed super short to me, but it's
Okay.
just because it's like a half an hour and not an hour long. It's
Hmm.
like sitcom length, which is really weird for a show like that.
Right.
But I also kind of appreciate that because they weren't like shoving a lot of boring shit in there to stretch it out.
Yeah, the thing I hate the most is when a show has like 20 minutes of plot that they stretch over an hour,
I know you hate that.
or like if you have like 2 hours worth of plot to go through and they stretch it into a 10 hours of television,
Hmm.
it's it really tries me.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you get me.
I do. I listen. I'm a listener. I'm a super fan. I get it.
I'm a super fan too.
Shut up. Oh my God. That is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If
Mm,
I think it's so good that we're both super fans, because if
mm.
we were doing this thing and we weren't into it, like,
I mean, come on.
what are we like? How, what?
What
Come
are we
on,
even doing?
right? All right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we had for this episode. Check the show notes for links to Tressa's non-existent chili recipe.
um, yeah. Dustin just wants to reaffirm his super fan status. So I think we should acknowledge that real quick before we go because we've been talking so long that it's smoldering and it's the next morning. So
Dustin, thanks so much for joining us. As always, we are.
on fire tonight. But
Yes,
it's
we
been so
are. Yes, we
long. We've
are.
been sitting here so long that it's like, ooh, it's smoldering and it's the next day, like the morning. What?
Last thing I yelled was blow, blow, blow. All right. Thanks, everybody. Cue the outro.
Oh wait, I gotta like get to the buttons and everything, and they're over here.
Uh,
Hey, Dustin, if you wanna come back, we're gonna talk about Outer Range, the finale next. So everybody else, we'll see you then too. Okay, bye. YouTube
yeah.
is gone, and now